Hey friends, Acquisitive Margot here, and we're back with Chapter 3 of Rising Angels Reborn. We met, I think, majority of the crew already. I think there's one more person? Two. Kika? Fuck. I'm trying to remember all their names. I am juggling a lot of voices right now. Alrighty, so we just went to bed. I guess we're waking up in the middle of the night or something. What's that? Is another bird stuck in the ventilation again? No. As I look around me, I remember that I've been freed from that hellhole. Somebody is banging on my door with a ludicrous amount of force. It doesn't sound like it would be Sol. He said he was going to meet me here in 20 minutes. He's always punctual, but... Coming! I quickly throw on a fresh uniform and go to open the door. Oh, shit! Who the fuck are you? I know who you are! You're Sailor Pluto! You're a little fucking Sailor Pluto, that's who you are, with your pink curls. Or a fangirl of Tato. Less pink, more red. As the door slides open, an angry little kitsune with bright pink hair tied into twin drills storms in without much of a greeting. Okay, that's Kika. What do I do for her voice?
Where's breakfast?
What?
You heard me, Faye.
I'm not Faye.
My mistake. You are not my minion.
No, I am not.
Still, you seem like you could make a decent meal. You are my new minion.
This is making less and less sense as the moments tick on. I glance at her shoulder and notice a thin strip of a lieutenant. Suddenly I'm starting to understand Sol's annoyance. Excuse me, Lieutenant, but
I am hungry. Chop chop.
I'm a major. You know your ranks, right? Behind me I can hear the rustling of sheets and the loud plop of someone falling out of bed. I want to turn to investigate, but the uppity lieutenant is looking me over with set like merchandise.
Not much to look at, but you've got spirit. I think it'll be acceptable in my ranks as a minion.
Lieutenant barging into a superior officer's room?
Do you know who I am?
No.
I am Kika Star, daughter of President of Earth Julian Star and hero of the Xion.
We're on the Nimros.
I know that.
And I do not care who your father is. Decorum is critical for all crew members.
Then who's going to get me breakfast?
I have no idea, but I know who is going to get my breakfast this morning.
What? You can't order me around and get your breakfast.
I am. Chop chop.
That is unlawful order.
Breakfast or paperwork, those are your two options.
On second thought, I don't think I want to as a minion.
So you choose paperwork? I might have just arrived on the ship, but I'm rested enough to do some writing.
Grrr. Morning, Kika. I brought breakfast.
Okay, good thing I did that voice right. When I see a new person, I just kind of wing it.
Finally, someone reasonable. I thought you said you were going to meet me at the lounge. I kinda slept in again.
Captain Moonfollow, I presume?
Uh-huh.
Her glassy blue eyes and constant yawning tell me the story of a girl who isn't quite all there this morning. It's nice to meet you. I'm Natalie Pusel, your new roommate. I hope I didn't wake you when I moved in.
You moved in? Sorry I didn't help. That's why I have to beat in the door so hard. She doesn't sleep so much as she slips into a coma.
It's good to know I won't disturb you when you're asleep, Lieutenant Star, is it?
Soon to be Captain.
I am not such a heavy sleeper. This is your one warning.
Hey, why didn't you make the Danish like I asked?
Danish? I thought you wanted toast.
Whatever, let me sit. There you go, Major. Pusel, was it?
Are you making fun of me?
Here's your breakfast or paperwork. Here, I'll bet you now. Let's go, Faye. You can make me a dish.
I made today's breakfast. It's your turn.
It's still today.
I have no idea what I'm doing with Kika's voice. I don't have the slightest goddamn clue. Yeah, they go walking off without paying me any attention. See, she's been that way since I was her upperclassman at the academy. The lieutenant got under my skin, but I don't think you should call her a mutt. No, Moonfollow is the backstabbing mutt. Kika is just a puffed up house cat. I look at the toast in my hand. No point in letting it go to waste. The meeting is in 20 minutes. Are you prepared? It's in 2 hours and 20 minutes. No, I double-checked with Rasuna this morning. Are you saying you haven't read your orders yet? I jam the toast in my mouth and sprint out of the room down the hall. I can salvage this. Really, I can. Yay! The perverted doctor's here! I love perverted characters so much. 20 minutes later, to the second, I'm standing before the assembled crew with a page of hastily scribbled notes and an anxious-looking soul. Doesn't he know I've got this? There's nothing to be worried about. Everyone is assembled. Major Pucil. Pucil? You may commence. And at the time of 0800 Fleet Standard Time. Welcome everyone, I am Major Natalie Pucil. I will be briefing you on the newest mission for the KSS Nimros. The operation will go by code name Runway Book. 3 days ago, an all-points bulletin was issued for a Maracan Institute research team that failed to report in at their assigned designated times. The team is currently considered missing in action. While this would normally not require a response, the final report for Dr. Nimian Sunflower, the team's xenotechnician, suspected that the recovered artifact may hold some importance to modern transportation.
Question! How did an ancient civilization manage to make something that we have to worry about?
They're old and ancient. Just because they are old doesn't mean they weren't technologically advanced.
Then why aren't they still around?
There's a lot of reasons. They could have been wiped out in the war, or some sort of viral plague, or simply moved on to other planets of the universe.
Precisely. Marakia is in filling us in on the details of what the expedition was supposed to uncover, so we will be doing a lot of the legwork. They probably just found some old traffic sign, but Command feels it important enough to warrant a follow-up. Odds are we will find them sitting there, dumb and happy, and I'm not taking any risks.
Investigation work! This wouldn't be the first time, would it, Faye?
Nope.
Our ground team at any potential site will consist of Major Pucil, Major Hackett, Captain Moonfollow, Lieutenant Zurri, and Colonel Nelson.
What?
I must agree with Star, the team lineup will not do. How so? Would it not make more sense to keep the doctor here? Should I become incapacitated in the field, I will no longer be able to render life-saving aid. For the sake of those who may be injured in the line of our noble duty, I beseech you not to risk such valuable asset. You just don't want to risk your neck.
I've trained in first aid. I am qualified first responder.
See, Commander? Does our swap not make any sense? Makes sense. Whatever. Lieutenant Star, your father has given me specific orders to keep you out of harm's way. Unless I can assist that there is no danger, I cannot authorize the swap.
But if there is an element of danger, what is the point of going to the adventure?
Military necessity. But risking a high-ranking officer with value training is, I dare not believe that. Believe it. Everyone sit down. Continue, Pucil. Excuse me. We are going to the last known location and will attempt to trace their location from there. I don't think we are going to face any dangers, but our current knowledge is limited. Wandering into the unknown always brings a certain level of risk. Flight Officer Miji, what is the status of our ship and supplies?
Everything is working within approved levels except for a few minor crew comfort things.
So the aft bathroom is not going to be fixed for a while is what you're saying.
Supplies aren't as good. We've got shortened on a lot of our order. We've got roughly a solid month's worth of food and fuel.
A month, you say? Alrighty. Then we will make do with what we have. You will file another report on this fleet support. I will take care of that.
Thanks, Major.
I'm not pleased with the command's subpar performances any more than our crews. I don't have double standards for my subordinates compared to my superiors.
Thanks, I think.
Crew, prepare for jump. Major Pusel, upload your coordinates to the nav station for Lieutenant Starr. Major Hackett, ready your ship.
But
If you have a complaint, voice it later. I want the ship ready for jump in 5 minutes and our course is in 3.
But
Now, Lieutenant Starr.
fine, come on.
The rude lieutenant grabs my arm and violently lakes me in the position on the far left side.
Give them to me.
Hmm?
The coordinates. If someone's sitting there in 3, I have to do it in 2.
I click the transport button and watch the file pop up in the navigator station. In a heartbeat, Kika is pounced into the station, her fingers flying like hawks as she multiplies the screen. Manipulates the screen. I'm not reading well today. Why do you have to do it in 2? If he said 3, I'm sure he's fine with 3.
Because that is the standard. I am the best of the best. You don't become the hero by simply doing the bare minimum.
And because we do,
That is why you're going to be my minion someday.
I don't know what she is. The best of things are typically done with the worst intentions. Still, my mission is more than likely to succeed with someone who has the drive and motivation. But something bugs me about watching her type and draw so fast. Is the ship navigation virtual intelligence not working?
Hard to concentrate when you are blabbing.
Just trying to get a better feel for my ship.
Whatever. It works just fine. It just suffers from limitations of all VI.
They're programmers.
Exactly. My methods are much faster and have better results. There's our paranoid.
Wait, you're not flying us into a star, are you?
No, but I might be flying us through pirate space. It is not like we're going to stop our ship jumped and let them attack us. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Natalie, over here. Trust is a limited commodity, especially when I feel the best way to describe her is the candle that burns twice as bright, burns half as long. Sol is standing by a small chair that looks rather uncomfortable on the back next to Zuri. We're making the jump. It may get a little rough, so strap in and keep your emergency pressurization device under your chair turned on. Isn't there anything I can do? Trust me, I'll make this a smooth one. Just sit back and watch. I'm not worried about it. Ship accidents making the jumps into subspace nowadays are rare.
I'm always a little jumpy when we make the jump. You can't do anything to fix a bad jump sitting back here like in the baby seats.
Why does she have to vocalize my fears? All it would take is one little mistake by the hasty lieutenant or the slip of Sol's hand. We could be dead in a millisecond. I love space travel. The science behind getting a ship into space between space is amazing. It doesn't make it any less dangerous or frightening. Still, I do feel better. I do feel better knowing that I'm not the only one who is a tad skittish about this. Zuri's right. How do you cope with it? I'm not scared or anything, just curious.
Night-night.
Huh? Zuri closes her eyes and snuggles into her restraints. Sleep? How the hell can anyone sleep at a time like this? Between the chaos and the noise, there's no chance of sleep. Zuri? Yep, there she goes. That's talent. All crew, sound off. Flight station ready.
Navigation plotted and good to go. Engineering, all green.
Non-essential crew are strapped and secure. The Nimros is prepared for jump at your word, Commander. Engage, jump. Roger. Engaging jump drive. Under my seat, I can feel the deck shift from a slow, steady vibration shift into a much louder, much more violent rattle. The warp space generator is beginning its charge. The massive power required to tear a rift in normal space is astronomical. If any of the capacitors were suddenly explode, there wouldn't even be atoms of me left floating around. I close my eyes, wishing I could fall asleep like Zuri. No amount of personal brilliance can help me if the manufacturer skimped out on something or Kylie didn't put her best into her checks. The volume finally crescendos, the capacitors are charged to the required values. Next comes the part that scares me the most. The power is transferred into a Bellino crystal to pull the ship into subspace. Bellinos serve as the focal point. Without it, the energy used to break the hole to the universe would be useless. The material is rare, mined at 3 locations galaxy-wide. I doubt that we have a spare. Stop thinking about everything that could go wrong, Nat. If you explode, you won't even have time to feel it. Shift ride stabilize. My ship, my controls.
Your ship, your controls.
Advance into the void. Moving forward.
It begins.
Yay! That was fun. Wait, I'm gonna take a sip. The fuck's... Sorry, unprofessional. So unprofessional. I'm messaging through Steam. Alrighty. I open my eyes and the bright lights of the bridge. To the bright lights of the bridge. I feel groggy and disoriented. Did I manage to fall asleep? The bridge is emptier than when I closed them. I must have blacked out for a little bit. Miracles do happen, I suppose.
Good morning.
How long was I out?
2 hours. We're still in shift. That first shift nap is always the hardest to recover from. Why don't you take a moment to walk around? It always helps me.
Can I?
Yep, you only have to be buckled up for entry and exit of subspace.
It feels like someone beat me with a rubber mallet. I think I'll need to get better sleep tonight, increase my water intake. I think I'll go talk with some of the crew. That should help clear my head. Zuri, Kika, or Soul? I fucking hate Kika. I fucking hate Kika. Like, I really do. Talk with Soul. Oh, hey, Al's there. Hey, Soul. How'd the jump go? Flawlessly. Hope it didn't disrupt your nap. I didn't think I was actually gonna fall asleep. I just wanted to close my eyes to drown out the shaking. It's good to catch a nap every now and then. I would catch a nap sometimes along patrols. Sleeping on the job? 24-hour patrols wear on you. Taking short breaks during subspace shifts help you keep sharp when you shift out into combat. Scariest thing I've ever gone through in my life was my first dogfight. Our alt-head Snubby slid in right behind me and had missile lock. Did you think you were going to die? No. I was so focused on the situation that it wasn't until after the mission that I realized how close to death I came. I almost cried. Almost. But not when I was in real danger, not when I was under the missile lock. It's how I wasn't scared of losing Lena until she was already gone. What happened? I don't have the right to reflect on it anymore. Odd choice of odd words to match a very odd expression on his face as he looks at Alphonse. Anger, unrestrained anger from the depths of hell.
Reflection has its time and place. Natalie is your friend and she wishes to share your burden.
Thank you for your permission. What's that about? Nothing.
Do not worry about it. Just old friends and their squabbles.
We are not friends. Please remove yourself from our conversation.
Forgive me for intruding.
Stupid frickin'. Always butting in where he isn't wanted. He can still hear you. I know. I'm hoping if I say it enough times he'll stop doing it. I'd ordered him to stop, but...
We share the same rank. I have seniority, but Sol has the executive position.
See? He just keeps butting in when I don't want him talking. What? Are you two an old married couple? No. No. No way now.
We've flown together in rival trading fighter squadrons. I was a Black Eagle and he was a Goldfinch.
We flew under the command of the most pretentious man in history of fighters, which is astounding to fathom.
Your squadron leader was a shy...
Don't say a word, you monster.
Forgive me,
Shut up and focus on the controls. We're going to be shifting out shortly. Who was the squadron leader? Someone I knew? Or no? Go sit, Nat. We've got work to do here.
I do not care if you are hostile with me, but you shouldn't treat your friends so roughly.
Sorry. It was Lena. Could we drop it now and get back to the task at hand? Lena? The redhead who would never stand up for herself was a fighter squadron leader? How the hell happened in... What the hell happened in fighter training? If I can read. But I wonder, we hung out a decent bit. She never struck me as someone who was sharp enough to formulate tactics on the fly, sharp reflexes, but a dull mind. How many fighter pilots did she kill in a stupid blunder? Is that why she isn't here with Sol anymore? He looks so broken and hurt when he talks about her. I'm sorry, Sol. I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. Bad memories are the story of my life. Don't worry about it. Please, sit down. We are shifting out now. As I walk back to my seat, I can hear Alphonse quietly whisper to Sol.
Were they all that bad? You just told her that your time together was nothing but a bad memory.
He did, didn't he? I hadn't considered it that way. But by exclusion, he did imply that. I look at our time in the academy fondly. Does Sol? I did not.
Consider your words, or all you will have are bad memories.
Next time, I'm gonna find a co-pilot who isn't a philosopher.
I'm trying to help.
Then help me with the shift out. Crew, resume your stations. Prepare to shift. I barely managed to strap myself in before the violent rattling starts up again. Clutching to the straps, white-knuckled, all I can do is pray that we didn't damage some critical piece of equipment during our shift-in. If it didn't take a few thousand years to get from one place to another, I would have never taken an unreliable transportation. Why can't we have developed wormholes instead? Point to point, all done. When I became a fleet tactician, When I become a fleet tactician, I'm going to devote all of my resources to developing that technology. It's much safer and quicker than this. It's okay, Nat. It's okay. Trust the ship, trust the maintenance, trust Sol, and trust Alphonse. Okay, maybe life on that mud bowl had a few perks over being on an adventure. Are you alright? Fine.
You don't look.
If she says she's fine, she's fine.
Oh,
Nat, you gotta hang tough. Right, I can do this. After a few more seconds of fear-inducing vibrations, the ship returns to the normal convulsions of space travel. Not smooth, but not so terrifying that I can't focus on anything else. There, I see the world that will be my first navigation site. And hopefully, we will disembark onto that navigation site in the next chapter. I am stretching and it feels so good. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Bye, friends.